Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about highlighters. So if you guys know anything about me, you guys know that I'm always highlighted to the gods, like no matter what my makeup looks like. Even if I'm not wearing any makeup, I still want to look glowy. So I'm pretty much like a highlighter queen, and I'm obsessed with highlights. So I have a pretty good collection of highlighters, and I noticed that there's very few that I definitely gravitate towards you more than the others. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing the 3 highlighters that I love the most. And at the end of the video, after I'm done telling you what those 3 highlighters are, I will be giving you some tricks and tips on how to apply them and how to make them look a little bit more wet, a little bit more like sparkling and just popping. So I'm going to start off with the first highlighter. So the first highlighter that I find myself wearing all the time and always gravitating toward is my Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive Highlight. So this is what the highlighter looks like, and it is just so beautiful. It's more of like a gold highlight, but since my skin complexion is tan, that works for me, and this is just what I love to wear. It is so pigmented, and every single time I wear this highlight, everybody's like, what is that highlight? Like, your highlight is insane. What is that? And I always tell them that it's Rodeo Drive by Ofra Cosmetics. So this one is just like the love of my life. It's so pigmented. Even if my skin is a little bit dry on its own, this still works for me, and this still always highlights me to the gods. So if you're looking for something that's gonna be like powerful AF, this is it. I haven't tried their other highlighters, but I heard they are really good. They look really great in photos. So this is just all around amazing. It looks great in person on the skin, and it looks great in photos as well. Because if you guys wear highlighters a lot, you would know that sometimes highlighters in person don't look as great, and in photos they look good. I don't know. I think that's just kind of weird, but some highlighters are like that. They look great on the skin, but they don't photograph great, or they don't look great on the skin. They look terrible on the skin, but they photograph great. So I don't know, it's weird, but that is my number 1 favorite highlight. So I'm going to go on to my number 2, and my number 2 is also what I wear all the time, and I know they look super similar, but this is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. Now, I'm a little bit late on this bandwagon. I only started wearing this like maybe, I don't know, maybe a year ago, but everybody was always talking about this highlight, and Amrezi was wearing it, and everybody was wearing it, and I was like, I don't know, I just have so many highlighters. I don't really know if I want to try it that bad. So finally I gave it a try, and I was like, holy crap, this is like amazing. Like, this is like my whole life, everything I've always been waiting for in my life to be highlighted with. Like, it's everything. So this is amazeballs. Like, this is everything you need. And like I said, I know they look really similar. They are really similar, but I would say this one is more pigmented than the Laura Geller. But I would say this one is a little bit pigmented more than the Laura Geller. Sometimes if I use this too much without wiping it down, it will not be as pigmented. But this, no matter what, never will fail you. It's always great. So yeah, this is my second. So number 3. So I'm going to show you the packaging because it is broken. So unfortunately, this is the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. Now my number 3 is like kind of like interchangeable. So it could either be Champagne Pop or it could be Opal by Becca. They're both by the same company, very similar. But I am like a diehard Becca fan, especially their highlighters. I would say this is number 1. I really would say that. But the reason why I could not say that it was number 1 is because these always break, and I know it's not only me. I hear it from my clients, I hear it from my friends, I hear it from other beauty gurus. Their product just breaks so easily, and that really sucks because as a makeup artist or a beauty lover or a beauty guru, we are constantly cleaning out our stuff, moving makeup, carrying makeup with us, and I just feel like it's so important for that product to make sure that it stays together even if you drop it. But with this, you drop it one time and it is no longer good. So I even tried the alcohol test, how you put the alcohol in it and press it and basically like repress it yourself, but that does not even work because these are too soft. So I think these are just way too soft, and it sucks because like the formula is amazing, it's super lightweight, and you need one swipe and you are like glowing like crazy, but these just break way too fast. I was just doing a client like an hour ago, and she was like, oh my god, what is that Champagne Pop? I hadn't even opened it yet. She didn't even know it was broken, and she goes, oh my god, I love mine so much, but it broke like 2 times after I used it. And I was like, this is broken as well. So I'm gonna try to open this and try to show you what it kind of looks like. So this is kind of what it looks like. I'm using what's left of it. So I don't know, I just think it's really sad, and I I wasn't sure if I would include this or not because it's broken, and I know that's like a big negative, but you know, things happen sometimes, so I decided to just throw this in the video anyway. I love Becca highlights and their blushes, but I find that the blushes have the same problem. You drop them once or you move them, it hits something and it breaks. It doesn't last you very long, so that really sucks because it's really pricey, and to spend your money on something that you almost know it's gonna break, like guarantee, is kind of sucky. So I don't use this one as often as the other two because it's broken, so it gets messy and that's annoying. But those are my top 3 highlighters. I feel like no matter what I'm wearing, no matter what foundation, powder may get on it, it looks fine. Like they are popping, they're amazing. Okay, so those are my 3 highlighters that I love. Now I'm going to give you some tips, kind of tricks to applying your highlighter and making it look bomb. I don't know about you, but with me and a highlighter, I like a dramatic highlight. So if you like more of a natural highlight, that's fine. All you need is one swipe of a highlighter or a really light dust of it and you'll be fine. But if you like a very dramatic highlighter, something that you could do is just use a brush like this. So I know a lot of people use a fan brush, which looks like a fan, and it's a brush, but I use something fluffy for applying highlighter. So the reason why I use something fluffy is because it's going to disperse the product on the skin a little bit better. It's kind of going to blend it all into the skin for you, and you don't really have to make any motions with your hands. I mean, of course you always want to do that, but you don't have to do it as much when you're using a big fluffy brush. A brush that you would not want to use when you are applying highlighter is something really dense. For example, the foundation brush that I used in my last video, that is a very dense brush. So what that means is that the bristles are very packed together and it's very tight, and it's a little bit harder to get in between the bristles. So this is not like that. This is super fluffy. This brush is a Charlotte Tilbury brush. You do not need a Charlotte Tilbury brush. This was very pricey. The reason why I even invested in this is because I'm obsessed with highlighter. I know I always wear it, and yeah, I just thought it was like so glam. I loved it, so that's why I bought it. But yeah, so you're gonna want to use a brush like this. Personally, I would say that this kind of brush is better than a fan brush because with this, like I said, it's gonna disperse it on nice and evenly. You're not gonna have to do as much work. With the fan brush, sometimes I feel like it does leave you a little strip on your face, and depending on which way you're holding the brush, it's going to leave you a mark on your face, and then you're gonna have to go back and like really blend that out. So I feel like that's too hard and it gets too complicated. It's way easier using a brush like this. So this is the kind of brush I use. My second tip for applying highlighter is making sure whatever area you're applying your highlighter in, you do not want to powder that area. So I know that I always put my highlighter right here and right here. You can put it down your nose, wherever you put it. Like I said before, wherever you put it, you just don't want to powder that area if you are dry. I have dry skin, so I never powder this area right here. All I do is just apply my foundation and then apply my highlighter right on top. So the highlight that I have on right now actually is Ofra Rodeo Drive. And this is only one little swipe of highlight. I swear to God, I dipped it in like this and I went like this and that was it. I did not swipe it again. So like I said, I do not powder this area. If you're very oily and you have a lot of pores in that area, then you might want to apply a little bit, a very light layer of powder there and just press it right into the skin and then apply your highlighter on top. So also, you're just going to want to dip in really lightly, really lightly. You saw what I did. I just went like this and that was it. I gently apply like this and I kind of do like little light circular motions. That's all. Circular motions, just like this. And then you're also going to want to do C shape, so like this. So you're going to want to bring it around in a C. Okay, so that is a second layer of highlighter. So my third tip would be making sure the areas that you're going to apply your highlight are moist, literally. So if you want your highlight to look wet, if you want it to look very dewy, very shiny, the best thing to do is make sure there is moisture in that area. So you should take your favorite setting spray, your favorite moisturizing spray, whichever spray you have and whichever spray you like to use. Before you apply your highlight, spray your face. So that way your skin is already prepped and it's already dewy and supple and ready for highlighter. So then you would apply your highlight. Then after you apply your highlight, I spray my face again to kind of like activate that highlight. That's what I call it. So you're just going to take your spray and you're just going to spray your face. And it gets even more dewy. So then you just want to do it to the other side. Make sure you get that spray on there. And I'm telling you, this helps so much. Some people apply spray before they apply the highlight or they wet the brush. All I do is I do before and after. So I feel like that helps so much, especially when you spray it after. It is like times 1,000. Try these tips for your highlighter and come back and let me know if they work. I'm telling you, it's gonna work. If any of these are your favorite highlighters, let me know, because I would love to know. For highlight twins, you already know. So yeah, that's basically the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. So let me know if you liked it, and thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!